Hi, I'm Amira, and today I'll be teaching you about nonverbal communication. Nonverbal communication is communication without the use of spoken language. Nonverbal communication is important because it varies from culture to culture and shows different meanings. For example, in South Korea, people greet by bowing to each other, which symbolizes respect. Nonverbal messages can also show expression and true feelings of others. For example, when people are lying, they will tend to not look at people in the eye. There are 6 functions of nonverbal cues, which are complementing, accent, contradict, repeating, regulating, and substituting. Complementing means that what is being said is generally expressed with nonverbal cues. For example, when someone says they miss the person they are talking to, they express their feelings by giving a hug. Accent calls for attention with what is being said. For example, when a person pounds his hand on the desk when stating an important point. Repeating is used to emphasize the point that is being said by demonstration. For example, demonstrating how to cook a dish by YouTube videos. Regulating occurs during conversations to signal to our partners to let them know when we are ready to listen or to speak. For example, signaling the stop sign with our palm to stop people from interrupting our conversation on the phone. Substituting is using nonverbal cues when we can't send a message verbally. For example, when we are in loud environments, we tend to use hand gestures. Movement is included as nonverbal communication, which can involve gestures and postures. Gestures may include emblems, illustrators, regulators, effect displays, adapter, kinesic behaviors, and mimicry. Illustrator is when a person provides an example of or reinforcing what is being said. For example, when a person draws a heart in the air while expressing their feelings in words. Effect display is more complex than most gestures and involves several parts of the body. It shows another person's feelings, which can show anger, boredom, and interest. For example, arms across chest, which means that they are not interested or does not agree. Adapter is when the body adapts to sending signals that would provide solution. For example, someone who is stressed or nervous fidgets something to comfort himself. Kinesic behaviors are postures or movements that symbolizes our behavior. A good listener indicates that he is paying attention by nodding. Mimicry is a form of gesturing where two people mirror each other's movements. For example, when both people in the conversation smiles and nods. There are 4 spatial zones. Intimate zone are for people who are psychologically close to each other, like husband and wife. Personal zone are for friends. Social zone is the distance where we would like to conduct much of our daily business, such as group meetings. Public zones are for strangers, such as for public speeches. Spatial differences. They vary from culture to culture. For example, Arabs greet people by kissing their cheeks, even to strangers. It also varies by genders. It also varies with circumstances, such as in crowded elevators where people allow others to invade personal and intimate zones. Strategic use of space. It can be fixed and semi-fixed space in the office. A fixed office design usually creates an air of power and authority or an environment where respect is very important. Personal appearance. Employees should always dress up to fit the organizational culture. So, if an organization practices formal attire where men have to wear tie every day, they should commit to it. We should also dress up for important occasions, such as for job interviews. We can focus on nonverbal cues to detect lies that are more difficult to control consciously, such as voice and movement. It can be shown through baseline, which is behavior that is normal for the individual before they behave awkwardly when they lie. By movement, such as covering the mouth when lying. By dress, such as moving the tie when feeling threatened. By personal space, when a person distances themselves when feeling threatened. And by voice, which is usually higher pitched when lying, and messages are more longer. Thank you! Hope you learned a lot!